read Phonics Man here last the Sifron Nishmas with Sheftel B'Reb Chaim Sheftel Hey Sivan Tavshin Ein Dein Nafsor Tzura B'Sura Sachayim Ila Sali Sheftel Liebowitz born 5th of the 4th 1926 18th of the 5th 2010 cherished husband, father, stepfather, brother, uncle and friend Evans and our tragedy his dear soul Adonai Melech Malei Rachamim Elohei Aruchos L'chol Basar Asher biyadcha nafshos achayim v'ametzim Anakabel chasocha b'chasocha gadol Es nishmas Reb Shefto B'Reb Chaim Shal Asher Nesaf El Amo Sus v'chaman alav Slach v'chol l'chol ha'bashar Yadam ein tzadik ba'aretz Asher yaseh tov v'lo yichata Schor lo tzidkaso Asher asa v'yitzcharo ito V'laso lefanav Alaster es nishmaso b'tzadik l'mecha Yehu l'chaim Sabas machos es panecha Nimas v'mincha netzach Tzvis hashpia lo merab tuv Tzafun l'tzadikim Kamo shekasruf Marav tuvcha asher tzafant l'irayecha Ha'alata l'cho yisimach Neged b'nei adam An Adonai harofel Yishmerei lev v'mechabesh l'asvasan Shalim nidumim la'aveilim Chaskeim anseim V'yomer l'amigonam v'zachrem v'nei v'esam L'chaim tovim arokim Teim b'lifam Yirasucha v'amasucha V'avtacha v'neim avshalem Yafi l'sam shalom Amen. God the King is full of compassion and his hand is to solve every living thing in the breathable flesh who causes to die and makes to live and brings down to the grave and brings up again. See we beseech in your great loving kindness the soul of Sadi Sheftel Liebowitz of Sheftel B'Reb Chaim who's been gathered unto his people. Mercy upon him, pardon all of his transgressions, for there is none righteous upon earth who does any good, who doesn't sin. Remember unto him the righteousness which he wrought, and let his reward be with him. As he commands before him, the shelter his soul in the shadow of your wings, make known to him the path of life, your presence, his fullness of joy, and your right hand bliss forevermore. Bestow upon him the abounding happiness that is treasured up for the righteous, as it's written, oh, how great is your goodness, which you've laid up for them, that fear you, which you wrought for them, that trust in you before the children of men. O God, who heals the broken-hearted and binds up their wounds, grant you consolation unto the mourners. O strengthen and support them in the days of their grief and sorrow, and remember them and their children for a long and good life. Put into their hearts the fear and love of you, that they may serve you with a perfect heart, and let the latter end be peace. Amen. Like one whom his mother comforts, so will I comfort you, says God, and in Jerusalem you will be comforted. Your son shall no more go down, neither shall you fall water. God will give you long life and days of the morning, and yet together shall life eternal. God wipes away tears from all faces, and the reproach of his people shall be taken away from all the earth, for God has spoken. Es nishmas Reb Sheftel B'Reb Chaim Shalach l'olamo Chavo shebni neder Etzaka yitain b'arazkanat nishmaso B'gan ha'eden tein menuchaso V'chel b'ararachim yasenu v'tzedek v'nabav lo'elam B'yitzrar ha'chaim es nishmaso Adonai v'nachvasav yanucha l'mishkavo b'shalom L'noimar Amen.
I'd just like to say a few words if you'd like to come just a little bit closer. We gathered here today to consecrate the tombstone in memory of the late Solly Leibovitz, who passed away in 2010. He was our cousin and is very fondly remembered. It's very significant that we should be having this consecration in the town of Utenhage, which our family have been involved in ever since I would say the cemetery was consecrated, and our family have a long history in this town. Thank you to all of you who've come. Thank you to Lionel, who's here from Australia. I'd like to feel that one of the most important reasons that he's come to South Africa is to be present at this consecration. Thank you to Warwick, who delayed his trip out of the country in order to be present. But I just want to say a few words about Solly. Solly, to the best of my knowledge, was named after a great uncle of ours, our grandfather's brother, by name of Solomon Diamond. Solomon Diamond had a little shop in Market Street, and he was a very well-known character in this town. When he died, he left his estate to 3 siblings, to 3 members of the family. And those 3 were Glenda, myself, and Solly Liebowitz. Okay, I don't know if Glenda ever even knew about it, but there were 3 heirs to that estate. Unfortunately, Solomon Diamond was a guy who loved the honey-coloured liquid, and he left an estate which was worth 0. So for the 3 heirs, we had good luck in being named as heirs, but we had bad luck in receiving absolutely 0. So Solomon Diamond was the brother of Louis Diamond, who was our grandfather, and it's very significant that Solly should be buried here, which is near to the grave where his mother was buried, and here his grandmother, Margaret Diamond. I remember that when it was at our wedding, that my mother was very keen that Solly should be followed at our wedding, and I had no hesitation whatsoever in asking him to be the one cousin who would be the follower at our wedding, and he was so excited and he was very happy to be part of the occasion. I remember him very much like his brother. He was a fair-haired, quiet guy, blonde hair, very kind, very quiet, very nicely spoken, and never said a word out of turn, or never said anything to insult or to hurt anybody. He lived in King Williamstown. He went on to live in East London and Johannesburg, and retired to live in Grafton. He was a great lover of running and of riding his bike, and ran in marathons and long distance bike rides, and unfortunately that was how he met his death, in that he was mowed down by a motorist on the road between Aberdeen and Grafton. I want to say that Solly and Lionel had a very difficult life. They had really tough times in King Williamstown, and always respected and loved them. And their mother died when they were both very, very young. And they had to really look after themselves, and they grew up going to Dale College, and things weren't so easy for them at all. And it's very significant that in our Parsha, which we'll read in Shul on Saturday, the portion of the Torah is full of rules about kindness and about charity. And it's interesting that we read in the Torah, it says there will be no poor people among you. Open your hand to your brother. And that is perhaps very significant of the history of Solly and his younger brother Lionel, of how they showed great charity and compassion to each other and grew up in that sort of a way in a town called King Williamstown, which, like Utenag, has also seen its Jewish community diminish, where there is no longer a shul and no longer services. And this particular cemetery itself has been subdivided. The Tahara house has been sold off to the Muslim community, and probably they have a very significant event. My family, probably among the founders of the cemetery, and probably the last occasion, consecration which will take place in the cemetery is likewise of our family. So with these few words, I would just like to thank you all for coming, and I wish the family a long life. May you have no further sorrows. And consecration is significant in that it serves two purposes. It serves, first of all, the ending of a life, and second of all, it serves as a memorial which should be visited, and you'll see stones on the grave, and so it serves those two purposes. So I wish the family these sympathy a few years after the event. It's very significant that we are having this ceremony, and I wish Lionel's family long life.